Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. We're gonna go ahead with the sketch that I drew together yesterday. There needs to be a lot of work on the hands. Hands are in a very sorry state right now in terms of how they're generally feeling, but everything else is for the most part fine. So we're gonna go ahead with it and just see how it pans out further down the line, because there's nothing like going further along before deciding to bend the whole thing and doing it again from scratch. But I think if I can figure out, the hands should be in a relatively good spot. So mostly a matter of, can I figure this out? Get rid of some lines here. I think we're just gonna get rid of the whole area right here. I'm going to say one of these more crazy lines over here. I don't want to have like the actual phone like right here. That means that because we want to go what? It's like this. So the inside part of the wrist going forward. The actual hand itself needs to be like in this general area. It's almost all like this, where I have like finger tucking below it. And just have like a little bit of a perspective here, where we have a little bit of the shape coming down like this. Might be easier for me to work with. For the most part, all the fingers kind of just need to tuck in behind the phone there. Ideally. It really is just a matter of, can I figure that out? Oh boy. In terms of an other minor change, it's whether we want to put the leg up, one of these legs upwards. Instead, kind of have Kohaku Amber hook her arm around the leg instead. I'll basically bring the leg upwards. I mean, mostly it's just a matter of like, where is the leg itself is going. We bring us up so that the knee is more or less in line with the chest. We stick the leg so that it goes up and then comes back down. Hmm. Hmm. I have to change the angle of Kohaku's arm a little. Oh. Ah. Well, actually, that'll explain a lot. There's nothing like looking at something and doing it one way for a very long time and then just kind of coming to the realization, just saying that the hand actually needs to be on this side. Thumb needs to go over the top, while the fingers curl around on this side, because that's how hands work, not the other way around. That means that the actual hand area is like over here. And this would be like a big curve like here. And I'm 100% gonna need a reference for that. Ooh, wait. That took a lot longer to realize than probably ideal. I think I should try and rough out what happened if we curl one leg or curl arm around leg. That's the biggest factor right now. Hmm. That'll just kind of help this area a little bit where we'll have like a bit where it's kind of flaying around and then it'll like kind of go into the So like we'll have like this upper bit and then we'll have like this over bit. At least with a skirt area. I don't think there'll be any notable details on the legs I can catch anyway if I do that. But we're not getting all the way down to the feet this time. Here. I'm thinking about whether to try if we put any feet back here, we like put the legs up, and we could stick some right behind here for Amber. He can come up like right around this general area, or we could just cover it with hair, because we do have a lot of hair to work with. I don't know how visible on the stream because the emojis are covering it, but let's just, because we are working with a ton of hair here. This does actually split down the middle. You kind of see like there's a bit that goes one way, there's a bit that goes the other way, but that's largely irrelevant while she is sitting down. There's a lot of hair to work with. Alright, do we just start trying to line things in? Like some kind of maniac? I think we do. Alright, I am going to dig out those references again from yesterday. But ain't no way in hell I am getting through this without some hand references. Come on, Chris. Alright, let's dig out these hand references again. These phone in hand or small tablet in hand. Basically smartphone. Great thing is that with the beautiful proliferation of smartphone, it is actually not particularly difficult to get a hold of holding a phone anymore in terms of hand references. Problem is much more just getting the right pose, because looking at this angle, this is very much an angle where I cannot bend my hand over to. I have like a general idea what it's supposed to look like. That is about it. I think this is still the best base to work off, so we're gonna use. Just like not quite this, right? A smaller hand and a bigger phone, basically. We're looking for here. You get out of the way. We're just gonna flip you around. Okay, so we're gonna do some phone hands completely separate, but smartphone. Could just start trying to do something with this. So we want to hold it kind of slack, basically at about breast level. Basically means we want something right around here. Kind of what we're looking for. Maybe a bit further out here. We'll do the perspective like this, where one side is more or less pointing at, or one side is more or less perpendicular to the camera angle. Don't really need the thumb, we just kind of need to like slack all the fingers onto this. And the actual top bit here, where we have finger Then we have the knuckle. Like the thumb is like, oh wait, I'm doing it on the wrong side. Ah, yes, this once against this. Well, regardless, what we have a rectangular phone with a whatchamacallit, chain attached to it on the outer side. We're gonna go ahead and come into here and just bring this in while this almost like just straight down. I need a little bit of thickness right there, and then we're going to go ahead right on the horizontal. It'll just be longer just for me to work with this a bit easier. That's just fundamentally incorrect. Connect that up for now. Then the actual finger itself, looking actually at the knuckle on like this side of the hand, just like turn it over and just draw the hand like somewhat normally. Bruh, let me in there. Hmm. Looking at the bottom of the hand here. How much of this will you say? These fingers look incredibly. Alright, what kind of insanity are we created? Let's have a look at them. I feel like I should even bring this inwards and come out quite so far. Because this bone should be the bit that's coming the furthest out. The very top of the knuckle. Right about there. That looks insane. That does not look right at all. Hmm. Help for the shape a little bit there. Alright, well. Regardless, we need to have the... What kind of camera is this? Pop this up. Too close to the top, a little bit. Grab this and just slink that down a little bit. Doesn't look like quite the right perspective, but will do for now. Just did that wrongly. Do I want to style the eyes? Mm-hmm. Somewhere around there. Be around. Not a little too, just like a tad low for my face here. Let's just go a little bit that way. How about there? And as for the actual eye, I think we'll go here. Bum, 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 bum. La, ba, 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 da, Hmm. We want to compress. Well, we'll expand this one out a little tiny bit of like here. Can I? Can I grab this one and just compress it a little bit? A little bit this way. What about there? What are we dealing with here? I actually want to use the hairband as like the main thing to deal with the positioning of everything. Basically, all the loose hair at the front is positioned around the hairband a little bit. That means we want to kind of draw in the base of the hairband just so I can judge everything for a moment. I need a higher resolution. Okay, let me give me a moment. Conveniently, I have still got the game launcher open, so let me just launch it. We're gonna just yank a whatchamacallit, a Tyrant's face there. But then I can have a high resolution image and I don't need to look at this flimsy, what I think is a live stream screenshot of some kind that got uploaded to Reddit. It's really not that high resolution. And let me in game, I need a screenshot. What's the best way to go about this? Very good. This will work. Literally just need to know what the heck's happening with the general fringe area. This is way higher detail because it's like the close-up. This is not combine that would. Is there an easy way to dig out where can I go? I could go to here, maybe. And that as big as the player card gets. Well, I mean, it's still a higher resolution image, so let's just. Oh wait, there's no way I can't find this one. I need. Not the swimsuit, I just need the regular. Alright, can I get a higher resolution? That's not even 200 pixels. You're really just not. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait, no, I think I know where that is in the game. That is in story. Close enough. Oh, jeez. Is this swimsuit one a different color? Not black. Well, at least it's a very sunshine, gleaming black. I think what, not quite down to her eyes? Do I want to just no, it's just I'm not the this should actually be all the way into underneath the hairband. Pop that out. And we want to do a straight cut right across the front here. Basically just cut it straight across like that. Do a little bit of cleanup here. That's not quite. Right from about there to there. Do a bit of a cleanup here. We want to create a thin slice right along here. Create a secondary thin slice right into this corner. Into an so something like this. We're gonna cut all of that off, pop this out, pop all of the brow. And I like to direct this all the way into the corner. Okay. We have this one piece that is going more like from her root, going down this. Pop that out. Out here. Pop that out. A bit of a nice thick piece going up. It should probably be curvy, but more. We put that. Not Then we want to pull a piece out from here, a thicker piece, just down like that. Pop that out. Pop this out. Then we want to just kind of do some small cuts into here. So we're going to go one. Do a flat cut here. We're like into another thin cut here. So, whoop. Thank you. Oh dear. I kind of actually want the whole crest accessory, whatever that's supposed to be, like right up here, further up the head instead. So what's happening here? So we have triangle, triangle, triangle at the tip of that. That's a good way to look at it in terms of shapes. So I should probably just change the position. I still don't know if it's the same. Looks like a different shape. Okay, I believe if I go over from here, back to here, over to here, into here, over to here, into here. Okay, that's slightly different. Screenshot. Shot please. Windows. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's a slightly higher resolution image, so do the job. It's a much higher resolution. Okay, it is the same shape, just gold. Is this smaller? I think it is significantly smaller. Here's closer. It is significantly small. It's barely covering the hairband, while this one is almost, what, 3 times, 4 times the thickness of the hairband. This is about 1.5. So looking at this thing that's just not as... So basically we want to go into here, we want to move this away from right here. We want to bring it out to like right up. Go probably triangle it right about here. Actually, no, we want to actually want what? Triangle like right here. This triangle like right about here. Something like that, right? Something along the lines of this. Look at this higher resolution one for proper reference of the actual shape, but I can work with this. Okay. So basically we have arrowhead. This goes into a shape, goes like this. Want it to be a little bit long one. Okay. Then we have this thing going into... How far down does it come? It comes up to like... like that. This is just not as... Probably shouldn't. Yeah, something like that. That doesn't look very balanced at all. Regardless, we want to have the hair coming around the back. We're just gonna change color. Contrast is a bit better with the black here. Hair is like really thick over the heads. Can take advantage of that. Where am I looking? You. How do we want to do the hair here? We want to literally just bring it right out from the back, right? What's happening here? The most interesting thing about the hair here is it actually doesn't look particularly. Also, the ear's like 30. Actually, we could probably take a peek over here. The base of the ear is like pretty far down, actually. Looking at that. The thing from this angle, we'll actually be able to see the ear from the side. Means... First I'm gonna actually need to bring the face down. A little bit aggressive with the cheek here. You want to bring it out a little bit? I want the green more than the red here. Like that. Pop this out. Give the face a little bit of roundness, or here. Put the face in kind of hard. Then we want to, right below where the chin should be, which I'm going to pull it back up from further out than having the sketch. Then we do actually need, because of how big the base of the ear is, we do actually need to just then we need a line right about like again here and just like pop these out. That thing I can do. Beautiful. Hum. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Hmm. Ba, 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 ba. Pop that out. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba. Ba, ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. La, ba, ba, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Hmm. Um. Ba, 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 ba. Um. Hmm. What do we do with the ear here? Want to go? Ba, 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 ba. Hello there, how are you doing? Ba, 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 ba. Want to bring the head in. Bring the hidden. We're hidden right about here. I'm doing pretty well. Seeing I can figure out what the heck's happening with the hair here. The slightly less of an angle that I'm trying to. Am I working on this of an angle? Actually, no, I'm working on more of an angle. Need more head here. Need more noggin. Means that head needs to come out to more like about here. Out there? Out there. Anyways, welcome to the stream. Working on Peaceful Stellasaur because they decided to go with a swimsuit event for literally the first event since the game's release. In the middle of winter for most people, it's actually summer down here, so I'm more at home with it, but rolling on the swimsuits because everyone loves swimsuit. I'm deciding if that's the correct angle. I think I need this to be a slightly flatter angle here. Right? It needs to be like a slightly flatter angle. into slight angle. Then we want to roll the what looks like a bandana that's being used as a headband in behind that. So we're going to go like that, and then we are going to go like all like that. Okay, maybe we should give it more of a fold instead. Yeah, let's give it more of a fold. Just a little bit of a fold right at the end. I'm doing my best. Definitely a lot of well, this is actually less things I'm practicing compared to some other things I've tried more recently. There's a bit of perspective and pair poses here that I am trying to figure out. Because once you try and stick two characters into a very tight, close proximity to each other, it gets a little bit weird. That is probably the biggest practice point I'm working with here today. How do I want to do the hair behind here? Although I probably need Kohaku's head in here first. Alright, where's Kohaku? I'm looking at the right thing here. Actually, what am I doing? Let me just go into the game. Get a higher resolution image here because I can. Okay, there's gonna be a bit of spam clicking because I need to just punch through part of the story to get to come on. Actually, is there a fast button? Is this fast 2 times? 4 times? Okay, 4 times speed. Give me a moment. Kohaku on the screen, there we go. Okay, give me this. Just need her head. There we go. Alright, higher resolution image. Alright, what are we dealing with here? So, the way I've done the eyes is incorrect right now. I want the head to be more facing down. So I need to change how the eyes are being done right now. Where is my sketch here? Yeah, I'm not following this at all. Alright, let's... What kind of eyes are we looking at here? Do we have a slight do? Something like that, and then the eye itself actually needs to go... Looking at something that is... Where's the head? Where's Gohaku here? Hold on, let me just change this from here. Oh. Ah. The eye itself actually needs to go more like this. At this shit angle, no, this should actually be against the edge of the arm. So we're actually gonna bring this. We have one. Wait. One, two, like that. Then we want to have lid, a lid over the top like that. And then we actually want the brow to be significantly higher. That ain't it. Go like that. I think it's just more than my style rather than trying to follow what I'm looking at completely. Ba, 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 la, ba, ba, ba. Go like that. We're going to spin that around and we're going to bring this over. And we're going to stretch this out just a tad. And then grab you, we're just going to pull this. Going to bring this in. Oh. That out. Then we're going to bring the eye down like um, I ain't it. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, what do we want to do here? I want to go. Okay, I'll go with that. We will not go with that. Let's go with that. Um. Let me just read some of these lines here, based on what I'm looking at now. I need to change how this painting. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. How do we do this? This changes the head's position fundamentally from my really not great spot to be working with without rejoining the whole spot. Hmm. Where are we looking? Looking from where? Ba, 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 ba. How do we need to do this? We want to go hard curl way down here. Pull this into here. Less this way, more. This has to form in what? Here. Okay. This has to form to well, like that. We want to pop you up. Going to go ahead and not have that look there and just straighten that and pop that out. That ain't it. This is like that ain't it. No, I don't want this. The shape of the heads changed too fundamentally from us. Actually. It flattens out the head a lot. So, actually changes a lot. Charge here over this area. Okay, so first up, the hairband needs to go over the top, like literally over the top. portion of her head. The hair itself can actually hook back into her body a little bit more. These are well, lit from behind. Does not flop out as far because we do need to go like that. This part needs to probably be a bit lower. This is the side of the head we're not looking. So can have like some messy parts coming out here, but the bits here should be quite a bit closer into the head. Ah. Then this part needs to go out. Something like that, right? Or something closer to that. Is that literally her hairline? Well, that is her hairline. I think I'll pull this in a little bit more. Oh, how's that feel? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, we'll try to work on this. Sure. But how do I feel about that? Alright, go with that. Alright, I'll patch this up here. The lines together well as can. Alright, we'll live with this for a bit and I'll mess with it more again later if I don't feel good with it. It is curling. Curling. Um. How do I feel about that? I don't know how I feel about maybe more curve here. Let's go more curve here. Then we want to plop the next layer of hair out from behind. Just have this be kind of, have the bump have a low. I'm gonna make her hair a little bit messy. It's just like shorter hair, right? Only around her cheek level. Probably should do this here rather than here. This is probably too. Oh, it doesn't really feel that great. Curl. How do I feel about that? Okay, I really need to just stare just inside, but I need to change the perspective a little bit more. Okay, we'll finish up a little bit ahead of time. I feel like somewhat reasonable about how this looks. Kohaku needs a little bit more hair curling into her face from below her two front side bits going over the front. But Beyond that, I think it's okay, because the top bit here is actually her hairline. So you don't have to worry too much about that. You need to bring the hairline right around. Just down towards where her ears would be. That's how that usually goes. I think I actually need to bring the eyes a little bit apart. I don't know if the eyes are too close together or not. Actually, let's do that right now. I'm gonna grab this. Shimmy you across like a bit. About here. So we're looking at something like that. That feels okay. I think for the most part it's okay, it's just a matter of do I need to change anything more fundamentally around this general area. You know, also need to figure out how to get these flowers on. I need to save all of these screenshots into this file as well so I can just access here. But I'm going to stare at this for a little bit, decide if I need to change anything else more fundamentally. One of them being the, I want to bring one leg up, which might actually come up in front of the hair here. Which really means that I can actually cut off a fair amount of the, of Kohaku's hair detail around this area. I'm going to bring the knee up, the leg up behind us. Either way, if you want to see more of this, should be subscribed or on, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out, and I'll see you again